Hey guys, guess what? You're missing something. That's right, you're not on the Patreon. Or are you? If your name's on the bottom here, you're most likely on there. If we haven't gotten you on there yet, don't worry, we'll get you on there. But if you're not in there,
What are you waiting for?
what are you waiting for? Exactly, Luch. What are you waiting for? Because guess what? All you need to do to get in the money and get a chance to win a Leaf Tech, which we are giving away in 4 weeks. That's June 19th. We are giving away a Leaf Tech to one of our Patreons, our patrons. For $3, all you need to do is join. If you want a little bit more, just jump into the $5 and you'll get the bonus edits. Plus, you'll get the Patreon-only podcast, which we release every Thursday. And then if you get to $10, we're sending you a shirt. Woo! As soon as we get your size. and if you get to the 25, that's all of the above, plus a live shout out on air, which we will get to here in just a minute. But before that, let's just get to the show.
Belly Matt LaBelle just killing the intro. My God, the energy is firing up in this room because I was supposed to be across the way, but I am now in Studio A this week. Really happy to be here with you on the voice of One Wheel from TTR Studios. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Luch hanging out with you. Of course, that man you just heard across the way, his name is Matt LaBelle, but you know him as Belly, and he's right here ready to go. What's up, Ross?
Another fun day as always. Day off.
Yeah, it is your day
And it's
off.
stupid nice outside.
But will you ride with me
Why
today?
can we podcast outside one day?
Today
It's possible with all this technology and
you guys
plugs.
Look, do you remember when you guys were kids? Okay, let's just go. Let's just ease into this.
Can we have class outside?
Do you remember that? When you would be like, Ma, come on. Come on, it's beautiful out.
Professor, please.
It is
Please.
70 degrees, just super sunny, no humidity, absolutely perfect in Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C. So everybody here in the DMV area, hope you guys are having a blast, and everyone around the globe listening to the show, listening to the podcast. We have to let you know that today's show is dedicated to our boy, Joshua Terrier.
Terrier?
Terrier.
Terrier. I'm gonna go with Terrier.
I'm telling
But
you right now.
We
it's
appreciate
Terrier.
the hell out of Josh. That's for dang
he's
sure.
a good guy. We appreciate him. He wrote in. I had it in front of me, and here it is. I'm sorry, Luch Dog and Bellies. What? Look at the camera. There it is. Luch Dog and Bellies, Voice of One Wheel podcast is one of my favorites. The content is entertaining and interesting. It's always bringing a smile to my face. Joshua, this one's out for you. This whole show is dedicated to you, sir. You are today's hero. So very much thank you to that. Give it to him. I'm sure he needs his touchdown just like everybody else. So social media, get yourselves ready. Social media lounge.
Oh, there it is.
Big stuff happening today. Belly and I are firing on all cylinders. Getting applause.
All 2 cylinders.
Things are happening. So Belly, let's get to the show. Customer service centers.
Yeah, we got to get on that.
What? Did you know this is happening? Is this a thing?
What is happening?
What if I told you that there was a way to bring down the costs for shipping repair for basic repairs on your One Wheel? Is that something you'd be interested in?
I'm fairly certain the entire One Wheel universe would be interested in something like that.
What if I told you that on our show last week, we found out that one of Future Motion's biggest problems is boards that are being modded coming back for repair because people were working on them and then falsely put them back together, had some issues with their board, and that's one of their biggest costs now because those boards are under warranty and they're trying to do right by their customers.
Mm-hmm.
If I could alleviate that for Future Motion at the same time, is that something you would be interested in?
It would probably get my pint here faster. So yeah, because every time I look at the date, it's moving back. Yeah, I'm 100% in on service centers if that's something that would if this is something that can alleviate the stress from Future Motion. But otherwise, how is this going to happen? Like, who's getting this done? Like, what is happening?
Kari J was on our show last week, and he was divulging a lot of this good information. We had a really healthy debate about what to do to bring down some of these costs. You know, people getting $500, board repair cost. I mean, $900 board repair costs. Like, this just can't happen anymore.
Nope.
And also, we learned that one of the problems from Future Motion, as they had told him, is that, according to him, is that, people are sending in these boards for repair because they were, putting them together wrong once they modded them, and then things were going wrong. So Kari asked me to relate this to the community. After last week's show, he says, we're thinking about setting up a community-led network of one-wheel service centers with a standard set of services in as many cities as possible. So call to arms. We will share the knowledge, best practices, and resources. This takes the risk of damaging a board during upgrade or repair way down and gives Future Motion fewer boards to repair. So third-party vendors will win as well with another outlet. Anybody who is interested, anybody who has the skills and the time and wants to make some extra cash, look up at Stoke Life Guru on Facebook. That's Stoke Life Guru, at Stoke Life Guru on Facebook, and message him. Any vendors that are interested, get in touch also. Boom, diggity, dago. Great idea.
So you're telling me that like the community itself is working on creating this kind of like
if the company is not ready yet, apparently, and I understand. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying they're not having multiple service centers. They're not allowing it. They're not allowing other people to work on them under their name.
This is like a car. Like I could take my car to the shop, get the oil changed, tires rotated.
Absolutely. You don't have to take your Ford Fiesta to a Ford dealership. There's nothing wrong with somebody who is independently setting up a shop and saying, hey, I'll happily work on your Ford Fiesta. I'm going to order the parts and stuff through Ford. But I know how to fix your tire.
Mm-hmm. Don't
send it across the country. I'm right down the road.
Boom.
Whole other industry just built right there. So if you're interested in this, because seems like a no-brainer. And when no-brainers come up to me, they're usually good ideas.
Yeah.
Well, why would we not do this?
Well, they may start few and far between. The only way for them to grow and expand is to start them.
So at Stoke Life Guru, if you think that's a good idea, just hit him up in any capacity. If you're a vendor who wants to support it, awesome. If you want to be somebody who's really good at changing tires or fixing things that are basic repairs, go for it. Absolutely.
Become a recommended repairman.
Yeah, 5-star, dude. Make your own. Look, hey, tell you what, here's another thing we can help you with. We'll make your jingle.
I'll definitely make a jingle.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Exactly. At Eastern Motors.
You're welcome.
Your job's your credit.
Oh, God. So, yeah, that's
jingles aren't good.
No, actually, most of them aren't, but they get stuck in your head. And that's
like Old Town Road. It's basically a jingle.
Don't get me started on that song.
Yeah, no one wants to hear about it. So
you might notice what shirts we're wearing today. This is absolutely from stokebutter.com. Thank you from all of the staff and employees over there with Canadian Davier and Parker Tony Steck. Love the t-shirts. These things are awesome. And they're comfy too. Like this is not like a crappy t-shirt. This is a very comfortable t-shirt. But what I wanted to show you, can you go to the Google Drive? I did not tell you about this, so I'm throwing you under the bus here. Can you quickly show them something on the Google Drive?
Okay.
What is that? Wait a minute. What does that mean?
It means we're going to the save videos.
Oh, okay. Well, this is fine. Then
we're going to archives while you're going to talk about this archive stuff while I'm fumbling around getting the other stuff.
Fantastic. Ready. I'll tell them what that sound means. Go to the picture that I just uploaded on the archives. That is this. Can you show them this? It's this. Okay. It's right on the it's on the Google Drive. So yeah, what he's talking about, when you hear that sound, that's going to be our new sounder. That's me. I'm imitating it.
My computer ever plays it.
Yeah, when you hear that sound, that means we're just going to go to a saved video, something from the archives. Okay, because Belly needs something sometimes to keep me on track, and sometimes if you
I do that by getting him off track.
You may or may, yeah, exactly, as he just gets me off track. But you may or may not have noticed that I go off on tangents sometimes, and as a good producer needs. Can you zoom that? Yeah, on the bottom, it's got a zoom button. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He needs something to keep me on track. So it's ironic that by doing that, he just completely derailed the entire show. But I did want to show you guys something, and now he's got it on the other screen. Go ahead and show them what came with our Stoke Butter shirts. I'm sorry that was a little bit clunky there. This is something that comes when we got our shirt. It says, "This is thank you so much for your purchase of pages 68 and 69 of Canadian Davier's One Wheel Dictionary. If you'd like to purchase additional pages, please visit lueno.com and use promo code StokeButter. and get 50% off of every 100th page. And then it's got these pages from his dictionary that are really well written and just kind of, I mean, I wanted to read some of them. One, it's, I float naked with a condom and a butt plug. That's below what you're looking at right now. I float naked with a condom and a butt plug. Breakdown. Float is another word for ride. Naked is riding without aftermarket upgrades. Like shirt is a rail wrap or sidekicks, you know, pants like a fender, underwear like float plates, socks like grip. Condom is a power button cover. A butt plug is a charging port cover. So translation, I ride my board. I float naked with a condom and a butt plug. Translation, I ride my board without any aftermarket products except for power button and charging port covers.
That's great. How I mean, it's like, how do you
happening right now?
How do you just come up with this?
I mean, I'm just saying the amount of time that goes into that is fantastic from everybody over there.
Right, what is on the other
Lewino.com.
pages?
Huh?
I can only think of what's on the other pages.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So thank you for doing that.
Biff, someone who disagrees with your one wheel use.
And I love that took off.
That's great.
So a lot of things take off on this show. One of them I claimed last time. Okay? And what that is Cecil Diesel.
But it wasn't you.
Apparently.
It's not you.
It's not me.
Listen, you're not the first one to...
yeah, that's fine.
It's okay because it's very close together. I'm sure it's come up multiple times.
I'm probably not the first one who's ever coined that, even though I claimed it. I got told very quickly, no. Actually, her dad was called that, and she wasn't even the one to reach out to me. It was Ryan Hurwitz. He was like, hey, hold on a second. I've been calling her that for years. And her dad even was called that. It was like his nickname, which is badass. So,
of course it is.
But I'm sorry, he'd be Cecil Diesel Sr.
It's now.
Now, because...
But he wasn't when he was getting called that.
Is she Cecil Diesel Jr.?
Sometimes you just got to pass on the title.
I miss her. I hope all is well. I haven't seen her riding it a lot because I know she was hurt. So let's send some positive vibes her way and make sure that, Rachel, you're feeling better and back up and riding. All the weather's good now. We need you back riding. Let's go. So are you going to ride with me today, Belly, or what? What's going on? Because, I mean, dude.
I got to get food in me before I do literally anything else today.
What are we serving in the social media lounge?
We're having a picnic because it's so nice outside. We've got sandwiches in a picnic basket.
All right.
We've got some nice juice, or maybe you got wine in a cooler or something.
I'm down with that.
Some potato salad. Let's see. That's it. You know, just simple stuff for a picnic.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Can I, guys?
My grape jelly.
Now we're gonna get
on my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
We've got Jonathan Stock coming in here, and I'm sure after this story we'll hear a trumpet and get into the archives because I got way too much to give you. But let me let me tell you guys, while we're at picnics, I had to DJ a picnic, and of course I brought my one wheel. Now this is a picnic for somebody who fired me. This is a company who fired me.
Which it worked out very well for you.
It worked out great because right after that, I ended up working for myself and never want to look back again. But this company fired me, and then they've hired me to DJ their events like ever since. I think it's their way of just like extending an olive branch and being like, hey, like it wasn't personal. We just didn't see you being a principal for kindergarten. And quite frankly, can you blame them?
No.
I mean, I'm a good guy. I'm great with kids. I'm the one who's making fun of the principal. I don't want to be the principal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad or anything, but it was really funny
we
because...
need kids to be afraid to go to the principal's office.
I'm over here now DJing their picnic, and I'm one-wheeling back and forth from my car to my booth and my car to my booth, and the kids are looking at me, and the people are looking at me, and they're like, who is this guy? But regardless, I thought it was funny because all they wanted to do was put these stupid bubbles out.
Mm-hmm.
And she put them, like the head lady, like my old boss who fired me, like kept putting them on my table. And the bubbles kept going onto my laptop. And I kept saying to her, no, I can't do this. It's just soapy laptop. So I'm losing belly. Well, I said to her, I can't do that. And she says, well, that's fine. Let me go get a chair to put them on. And I thought to myself, that's cool. So the bubble thing gets a chair, but I don't. I had no chair for 4 hours, but the thing with the bubble is sitting there. So you know what? Fine. I was just sitting there floating on my one wheel back and forth as I was DJing.
Speaking of which, I saw one wheel yesterday, and I heard there was another one wheel out in Herndon. So there was a one wheel out at Jimmy's in Herndon. And then there was a one wheel. I was over at Calypso's, and they rolled right on by.
Yeah, man,
and it was
it's
funny
picking up.
because I didn't see it at first, but my friend who knows I do the show, she goes, "Matt, there's a one wheel."
And that's more and more common these days.
Did you just see him?
Did you see the guy had an article written about Telluride? Had an article written about one wheels. I think that's in the archives. Can I get our sounder so that the people know what's going on? I'll take it from here. I know which one I'm going to. I would like to hear from Cam Sabin. Your soundboard sucks.
Messed up.
You know what? Bail from it. Well, that's what happens when you have an idea and it just doesn't work out. That's okay. They're not all winners.
Sometimes they fall flat.
Okay. Do you have like a wah-wah?
Nope, because it won't play right.
That's terrible, man. Yeah, you can't ever use sounds again.
Yeah.
It's not funny the second time around, dude.
For some reason, every time, like the first time it hits. Oh, there you go. That's not a touchdown.
Yeah, when you don't deserve it. Now, this is Cam Sabin. Maybe Sabin. Thought this was a cool or creative enough to post. My buddy got his girlfriend the pint for her birthday, but it wasn't shipping in time for her actual birthday, so he got creative with the pint puns. And he's got a pint of like ice cream, and he taped it up with duct tape, and it says mystery flavor, 16 fluid ounces, 1 pint. It's got a big question mark on it for all of our podcasters out there. It's holding it up like, what is this? And then you open the lid, and it's got the one wheel estimated shipping date, July 17th, the actual picture from the website, as it's like a lid to the ice cream inside underneath the lid. Really cool. What a nice way to go. I mean, just can we get a social media lounge round of applause? Because obviously Clyde can't do it on the sound. Belly, it's not your fault. It's Clyde and the soundboard. Obviously Clyde broke it, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But we can get a round of applause from the social media lounge.
Is what I'm blaming.
Yeah, your computer's really broken.
All right. But from the social media lounge, Rebecca already got her answer. This secret code for Stoke Butter shirts. Voice of One Wheel or VOOW. Definitely plug that in on your promo codes when you're checking out.
Absolutely. Tell them exactly what you're talking about, because
so when you're on stokebutter.com, where you can get these shirts right now, they're going to feature a new shirt every month. So you definitely want to get in on that.
They're going to give one away every month. They're going to have a new design.
New design every month as
Limited design, and they're going to have a new one every month. That's right. So if you want to be in the running to be for the giveaway every month, they're going to give one away for free. When you buy something at stokebutter.com, just enter Voice of One Wheel in the promo code. Anything related, he's going to read it. And it'll enter you into next month's drawing. Now, that's a good place to tell them what's up with this Leaf Tech. Like, we're giving away a Leaf Tech.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cool as a one wheel. It's definitely interesting if you don't have to pay for it. I promise you that. It's in great shape. I bought it. I don't ride it anymore. And it was like, I've got like 20 miles on it. I figured out enough how to have some fun with it in my parking lot, but I realized I'm probably never going to use this. Belly, I am going to fine you money every time you yawn terribly on screen.
Sorry, I can't help it.
You just can't yawn when I'm on screen.
So late last night.
Well, then tell them what's wrong with you.
So my brain, when you yawn, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, so it's trying to make up for that by yawning.
Yeah, it also tells the audience this is boring.
No, it's not boring at all. My problem right now is my brain is not getting enough oxygen because I stayed up way too late last night.
What happened to you?
I went out and hang out with friends and had some cervezas and had a few too many cervezas. So this side of my brain really hurts right now.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want Belly on a one wheel, and there's no better day than today because it's absolutely GD perfect outside, okay? I mean, it's awesome outside.
It's awesome outside.
It's amazing. Now, here's the deal. It's like pulling teeth getting this guy on a one wheel, and I know he wants to do it, but I want to get him out here because you know what, guys? He hasn't gotten past the point where it's hard for him yet. Not hard, like it's physically taxing on your legs. When I'm getting to know the Leaf Tech, it's hard on my legs. I can't get out of the parking lot because I'm like, oh God, there's no freaking way I'm gonna make it there. It's like my legs are burning because I'm not riding it right yet. I'm not riding confidently, and therefore I'm not riding it the right way, and my legs hurt like shit. So that's the thing where you are, sir. And I want somebody to call in right now. 571-354-7338. The phone number again is 571-354-7338. What's that number? It's 571-354-7338. Belly, what's the number?
571-354-7338.
Call us right now and somebody talk Belly into riding with me today.
I'm gonna do it.
I want to hear it from them because you say it, but I need you to have some sort of accountability to the listeners. I need them to talk you into it. It's a perfect day outside, and I need you guys to tell them how to get past that hump where it doesn't really, like, you know, like foot fatigue, stuff in the beginning, like foot fatigue, sore quads. How do you get past that? Like, I mean, obviously it's super fun.
You don't skip leg day at the gym. But I don't go to a gym.
It's not that you're out of shape, though.
Yeah, it's just fatigue, man. It's all about the fatigue.
Let's go. Colin Belly, they're going to let him go. The call lines are lighting up. Fantastic job and participation as always. So remember, if you're listening to the podcast, that is on pretty much anywhere you find them. Google Play, Apple Tunes, Spotify, all of that. You can get everything that we do at voiceofonewheel.com. It's got the podcast right there. It's got our latest episode right there. It's got your way to enter to win the pint. And it's got our caller on the line. Let's see. Who is this? Caller on the line. Where are you from and what is your name?
This is Aaron Knowles from Wiesbaden, Germany.
Aaron Knowles from Germany. Woo. Whoa. Hold on, sir. What are you doing over there?
And what time is it?
It's 6:30 p.m., and I'm stationed over here now. That's why I haven't been calling in so much.
Oh, man.
Well, we miss you. What's going on? Talk to Belly. You know what? I'm out. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, Belly?
I'm listening. I'm here.
Are you listening? Look me in the eyes. All right? It is horrible weather over here. You need to get outside, stop doing this yawning crap, and enjoy the damn weather.
Aaron, you're right. I don't know what I'm thinking over here. People are struggling with this rain. But what if I'm really hungover and I don't want to go outside just yet?
You just walk outside, okay? You rip your shirt off. You scream into the air like a maniac, like you're facing down the predator, covered in mud. And you just say, let's do this.
Yes. So I'm going to definitely, that's touchdown for sure. But I'm going to shout something like, come get me!
Yeah, brah!
Covered in mud. I'm going to just go straight predator on everyone. What are you waiting for? Come get me now!
Yeah. Dude, what is it? Aaron,
exactly.
Aaron, what is it? What is it like riding in Germany, man? I'd like to know.
First off, it's very illegal here, so I don't get to ride at all. So I'm looking forward to coming back. Yeah, the laws are so harsh here that people get their boards taken away by the Polizei. They get fined. You can get a DUI on a one wheel. It's bad over here. They are seriously fighting for for their rights on e-boards over here.
They'd rather have cars just pollute the air nonstop.
Well, I got so excited that you set me up for something. So just hang out right there, Aaron, because I want to tell the people, if I can, if you're in this kind of a boat and you've got problems like this, Troy Hendrick, a.k.a. Once Here, he's fighting for you, man. He's from Floatlanta, Georgia. He's been fighting for the rights of one-wheelers and e-skaters and bicyclists, personal transportation devices, all of you guys. If you've been injured, you're fighting the law from a citation or an arrest, just like Aaron is talking about. Hit him up, HendrickHenryLaw.com, or message Once Here on Facebook. Aaron, I'm going to let you go. Give Belly one more thing. Why should he get outside today?
Belly, I love you, man. Go do it.
Yeah!
Aaron Knowles, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. All the way across the way.
No more yawning.
From Germany. That's fantastic. You call for participation from the social media lounge. Boom.
Calling from Germany.
There they go. I got so excited that he set me up that perfectly for a read. I ruined the read. But it is true. Troy is really working for you guys, and he's a good-ass lawyer. So hit him up, HendrickHenryLaw.com, which brings me to my next topic. Quick bit of news here from TTR Studios, Belly. I'm not ready for that yet. I need you. Guess what, man?
Chicken butt.
The podcast is taking off.
Oh, I actually have seen that.
Now, I'm not talking about...
See? I've seen it. So this is someone submitted for our This Is How I Watch.
This is
The
cool.
podcast is literally, as this shows, taking off.
They were watching. They couldn't watch it. They were on a plane. So what we're being silly about right now and a little bit coy. That was awesome. That was all spur of the moment, by the way. Yeah, last week we talked on our show about This Is How I Watch, This Is How I Listen. It was a hashtag we wanted to start, and we wanted to have people start taking pictures of them watching our show and showing us how they watch it. Where are you? Are you in your office? Are you, in your bedroom? Are you out floating? Like, what are you doing? Are you listening on the podcast? This is how I listen. So we had a whole bunch of them come in, and we said we were going to give you something if you were the winner of the This Is How I Watch or Listen contest. Belly and I decided that for the person who had the most likes or loves, we're going to send them $25, PayPal or Venmo right now, today, on the show. How about that?
We'll do it. So go back over. If you haven't seen those, go into the weekly One Wheel challenges. They're all just sitting there waiting for you to check them out.
Do you want to show the people them?
We can show some people, and then we'll try and collect a little more likes before the end of the show.
Oh,
today.
so you're going to let them vote on this? I thought you were going to do buy right now, and it was already
pre-chosen. They could see who's in the lead, but maybe you have a different favorite one and you haven't liked it yet. Let's
show
give them
people
a chance.
All right, give them a chance. So show the people what's going on over here. This is the leader right now. Pat Dennis has 8 likes and loves and happies. So it's just all reactions. He's watching on a projector in his home with his feet up. I love the stoke.
This is another lounger right here.
Sarah Lynch chilling on her laptop with the puppies hanging out. Awesome job. Awesome job.
The Grim Reaper.
Keel
himself.
Hart.
The Wheel Reaper.
The Wheel Reaper. I work at a funeral home, for some context, if you didn't know, because he's got a scythe right next to his laptop. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's in the running. Tim Tapscott is there, hanging out in his office, making stuff happen. And then you got Travis Steck, who's listening to the Patrons Only podcast on a plane. Awesome job, Travis. So really good job. If you want to, and you want to vote for the winner, we're going to PayPal or Venmo a very nice dinner, a very nice lunch, or a pretty decent dinner. $25 to the winner, whoever has the most likes, loves, or happies by the end of the show. So you can head over to the weekly One Wheel Challenges page while we're doing this for the next half hour and go ahead and hammer up those buttons and vote for the one you like the best.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Absolutely.
But actually, I was going to talk about something else, so I'm glad you did that. Belly, I got news for the people, and this is actually really exciting. If you ever wanted to be a part of what we do here, you might just have the chance.
By the way, from the social media lounge, Kai's going to throw in a shirt for the winner.
Are you
from Swerve Clothing?
Whoa, Swerve Clothing, swerveclothing.com, I believe. It is swerveclothing.com.
Yep, and we didn't show Canadian Dave's how he watches. Canadian Dave here.
Do you want to show him?
Yeah, I'll bring that
Pull it up later. Let me get to this podcast thing. And I'll go from there. All right, so here's the deal. We got really good news. If you're interested in what we do here and you've ever wanted to be on a show, if you've ever, first of all, it's an open invite to be on this show. If you have something that you want to contribute to the community and you think you'd be a good guest on The Voice of One Wheel, please feel free, hit me up. Adam Carluccio on Facebook, Matt LaBelle on Facebook. Clyde doesn't have a page yet because we can't trust him with social media. He's like a 10-year-old child. But, listen, we'll get it to him and he'll vet everybody. It's fine. But yeah, we would love to have somebody on. Here's another opportunity for you to participate in something that's very interesting than what I'm doing. I've got a new podcast that I told you guys I've been kicking around, but I didn't want to talk about it until I had something real. Last time I had something like this was a reality show for one-wheel riders and e-skate riders and all that. It was such a stretch. I mean, it was a shot in the dark. For it to actually happen, I knew it was like a 0.01% chance of that happening. This is something that is already in the motion. It's already given. I've been given the okay, and I'm excited to let you guys know that I have an idea for a new podcast. I pitched it to my boss over at Radio America in Arlington, Virginia. What that is a syndication network that hosts the shows for, the Dana Lash show, for example, the Chad Benson show. There's like 4 or 5 daily shows. They all go through my board. I run the board. I'm the backup guy. Whenever somebody's sick, they call me. it goes through the board here, and then we blast that out to 130 stations across the country instantly. People in Ohio think they're listening to a host in Ohio, but the host is in Dallas and I'm in DC. It's unbelievable what technology can do now. And so we're the main hub at Radio America. Now they have all those people podcast. They take their shows and then they bring the podcast and they upload it, and they have an account with iHeartRadio. They're supported by iHeartRadio, which is the biggest radio station and podcast network on the planet. So when I pitched this new idea to my boss, who is the guy who runs this whole Radio America, he loved it. He loved it. Tricks of the trade. And it's going to be people from different industries every week, as if they were at happy hour with other peers in their industry, just letting out all the venting and the frustration and the things that make them tick that you wouldn't really recognize from like a doctor, from a pilot. Like, I can't wait to ask a pilot if airplane mode actually matters. Is that dangerous? Is that dangerous at all? I want to ask a lawyer, how do you, like, do you really feel that billing the amount that you do, break it down to me why your rates are what they are. I got to know, like, how does that make sense? Because as somebody who makes his own rates, I want to know, like, where do you come up with that? Is it the same for everybody? Do you do it differently as each situation comes in? How much do you actually care about, winning or losing a case? Or is it just something that happens and you either, you win some, you lose some? I can't wait to dig into people in different industries. But what I need is people from those industries. I need credible doctors. I need a lawyer. I have a doctor set up. I've got a pilot set up. I need a lawyer. I'm hoping Troy will want to do it. I need a police officer. I need, a special ed teacher. I want people who are willing to give up the dirt under fake names if you want. The stories are real. The names are fake. But this is really what it's like. Everybody's been to the doctor's office. Nobody knows what it's actually like to be the doctor on the other side of the table. And I pitched this to him and he goes, yo, this is good. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll put this on under our umbrella. So this is already going to get the okay, and it's going to be on iHeartRadio's podcasting network. And he told me that once it gets to a couple thousand subscribers, downloads per show, they'll start backing it with ad service and everything. So if you feel like you could fill that role and that's something that you could do and you could speak and lend a perspective, Belly as a bartender, I think would be great. Hit me up, please do, because I need people from all kinds of industries that are willing to kind of shed some light from the inside out and really let us learn something in an educational series. It's going to be a 6-episode series, 6-episode season for season 1. So boom, that's what I got for you. Okay. I think it's going to be fun. What do you got? You ready for him? John Stock from the Denver One Wheel Mob. Let's go. Pick him up.
I'm hoping this is the John Stock. So
absolutely. Pick him up. I'm ready for him.
Pick him up.
This will be fun. John Stock is in the Denver One Wheel Rocky Mountain Mob.
Where's the camera?
The camera is on the ground. That's okay. I got you, John.
Nope. Isn't online.
All right, well, we'll get him in here. He just has an open invite, so feel free. What else is going on in the saved archives? I have got a lot for you guys.
I see we've got some people in the social media lounge. We got One Kill shouting out. He's got some new stuff working on. Maybe we'll have him on very shortly.
Very good.
Soon. That coming up maybe in one of the episodes upcoming very shortly. I'm very excited about that. He's got a new website he's working on. We've had, of course, Kai Miller on from Swerve Clothing. He's giving out a tee to one of the winners today.
That's awesome. Thank you, Kai. SwerveClothing.com.
For those wondering what all the yawning is going on in the social media lounge, it's my fault.
Thank you for lighting him up. He's the best. But you got to call him on it so that he knows that it's happening, because otherwise he wouldn't even have a clue.
Yawn.
Hashtag yawn. Belly rub. Rye Cantrell writes, hey, pros, I'm getting a one-wheel partner soon, and it's an awesome little dog. Look at this awesome dog. We got to look at this. Show that to the people. This puppy is adorable. Oh,
those eyes, though.
I was kind of reading that.
Oh,
yeah. He's high energy, so we're going to have to do miles and miles, but I need name suggestions. So some of the name suggestions that came through here were fantastic. Shredder, Lucky, Regen. What are good dog names that are one-wheel related? Mine, for some reason that's stuck in my head, I can't get it out, is Fender.
Fender is
I think that's a great dog name. What else is another good dog name that's one-wheel related? Bonk was good. Bonky. Bonky McBonkerson. I mean, that's pretty good. There's a lot of good ones in there. Doggy McDogface. Kind of taken over there. Oh, Amanda Thompson with an absolute touchdown. Clyde after TTR Studios notorious intern. If you name your dog Clyde, I swear it's going to cause a real problem in the studios because Clyde's head will get huge. He'll think he's got all kinds of power. I can't be having it.
He thinks he's important. Oh, man. Yeah,
I'm not having that. But that is really funny. So very good job from there.
Deli from the Social Media Lounge for Delirium, short for Delirium.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Or Mission. Mission is also in the Social Media Lounge here. Another one. Fang. Bonk. Man, these are coming in hot right now. They are all great names. Nosedive, I don't know if you want to name them.
No, why would you name a nosedive? Get out of town.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. I got another post for you from the the Broken Trumpet. I've never seen in my life a product whose owners are so injured by it. And I thought that was from Kyle Francis Egan. That's a pretty interesting starting point.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a product whose owners are so injured by it. I would like to submit to you what other products have more injuries than a one wheel. First of all, car.
Yeah. Car. Car is a big one. Very big one.
I would go skateboard,
Bikes.
bicycle, rollerblades. Rollerblades are one wheel.
Basically, if
Rollerblades.
you're gonna push the limits of past the human body, let's be
Yeah.
honest, you're pushing you're going beyond the limits of the body, what the body can take. You're using a tool or a vehicle to propel you in some form or fashion beyond the human body. So if you're gonna push those limits, sometimes those limits are gonna hurt.
I just, I understand, and I'm not here to hate on the guy. That's never why we bring something up. I don't want to disparage people. It's just, you see injuries, and then you also see, I think what he's seeing is the injuries and then also the insane love. It's funny.
It's funny because Amanda just says, "Are you sure he meant physically injured or more like butt hurt?"
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that one deserves it. And it's true because it's so weird to see people just getting crushed and then they post about how they got crushed and their last sentence is always the same. Hope I get back on it soon.
Yeah.
And it's like if you didn't understand it, if you've never ridden it, you're probably like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I understand that. Belly, are you nervous at all about hurting yourself?
No, because I think it's been established before. When you're thinking about not crashing, what's gonna happen, right? I mean, it's one of those mindsets where, like, if you're working to not crash, if you're riding to not crash, it's gonna be this inevitable spiral into
you
crashing.
Remember that little girl who was saying, if you think you're going to crash, you're going to? That girl that in Santa Monica Beach, it was unbelievable.
Yes.
She's so right. If you think you're going to crash, you're going to. And if you think you're going to nail it, you probably will.
Exactly.
It's really interesting how the brain works that way.
Winners expect to win.
I feel like the brain maps out what you're going to do, and you don't realize it because it's such a simple process that you're used to doing and you do so naturally. You think to yourself, okay, I'm going to go put my pants on. And then your brain puts together the things that need to happen for the end result being your pants on your legs. And so it's the same thing that you're not thinking every step of the way. Oh, I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take these pants, and then I'm going to put it on this leg. You don't do that. Your brain just maps out what's going to happen. And so if you're starting the map with, I'm going to fuck this up, that's what your brain's going to make happen. Like, it makes a lot of sense. And if you tell your brain, I'm going to send it and I'm going to be fine, you probably will be. Football players say the same thing. If you go out there thinking about injury, you're going to get hurt in the first day.
Oh, I'm definitely wearing pads, by the way, Copy.
Pad it up, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. I got a new helmet. So I already have my helmet for my pint.
Let's continue this train of thought of people calling in. Make sure that's hung up if you can, Clyde. Let's have somebody else call in and give Belly a piece of advice for his first day. What should Belly be excited for on his first day riding his one-wheel pint, which is in the mail?
which is not in the mail.
It's in the mail. It's in the snail mail, literally brought by snails.
Across all of the continental
Definitely
United
not been
States.
pushed back 3 weeks already.
Yeah, let's check in on it. I'll check in and see what when's the day.
571-354-7338. Call me right now. Tell Belly what he should be excited for on his first day with his one-wheel pint. What's something he might not expect?
Rain. You're going to expect rain on your first day.
That is so true. It is so true. You can attest to it. Every board I've gotten, which is like 5 now, the first day you get it, it's raining. Every time. Every time. That is such a good point, man. God, that's funny. That is really funny. There are people who are hitting me up, by the way, just a sidebar over here. I'm getting a note in my ear from Clyde. There are already 4 people who have hit me up for the industry podcast, Tricks of the Trade. Please continue to contact me if you're interested in being in this podcast. It will be on iHeartRadio. Absolutely. Send me a message. I'm happy to get you on here. You just have to be knowledgeable and you have to be willing to give up some dirt. You can do it under a different name. You don't have to get yourself in trouble. I am not trying to get anybody in trouble, but I want interesting conversation. I don't want a pilot telling me that, your tray tables and seat positions have to be upright. No, I know that. I want to know, how much are you actually flying the plane? Is this on autopilot? Did you know that it can land itself and taxi to the cabin and be to its docking point?
I don't believe that.
Without even being touched. Did you know that? They don't do it because they want to keep the pilots trained and ready, but the technology exists on the plane to do it.
I don't trust that. These
are the kinds of things that I'm going to get you on that podcast, and it's going to be really fun.
We've already talked about how we don't trust robots. I don't trust that.
Can you believe that? It's unbelievable.
So I want to know. I know something that I definitely want to do.
I'm getting sidetracked from messages that are coming in.
I definitely want to do this when I get my one wheel.
What do you
Maybe
do?
we do this today.
Plus one wheeling.
This is plus one wheeling, everyone. Rebecca Randolph went out there. She look at that. That's a full trash bag. I just want one of those grabbers so I can just cruise by and just pick stuff up.
And if you're on the podcast, it's literally her 2 one wheels. She's got like a trash pick and she's got a whole lot of trash in a bag. And she loves to just go out and pick up trash. Remember, we called this plus one wheeling. Go out and grab one piece of trash, come back with a piece of trash, and the world will be one piece of trash less every time you go out and ride. It's awesome. Great idea.
Yeah. It's definitely something I want to get in on when I get mine. I can't wait.
I had something.
But I have to wait.
Poor guy. I had something here that I really wanted to get to. Do you guys want to watch a skate video with us? Because I think that would be... I know this is a show about one wheels, but it all comes from the same place. And I'm not used to seeing something where I'm like, wait a minute. What just happened? So I'd like to play this for you if I can. And let's just enjoy a quick video of things that I've never... If you're on the podcast, he's got a skateboard that's modded. Look at that. It broke in half and then he got back onto it. It's got like different parts to the... It's a skateboard with other things. Are we not showing them? Oh, I haven't even shown them? Go back to the beginning. Sorry, everyone. You got to see this. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Tell me what's happening.
What's happening right now is the guy is rolling through. His board detaches the front end where the wheels are.
It.
And then he clips it back and he reattaches.
If you're curious at all about this on the podcast, just go ahead and watch our YouTube page, TTR Studios on YouTube. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away a free one-wheel pint.
The coordination on doing anything like this is insane.
It's absurd. That guy's got 2 skateboard decks on one skateboard, and they're hinged together so they flap when he jumps it. I mean, what? One skateboard stacked on top of the other. Look at the trucks that are spinning. He's spinning the trucks. How is that even possible?
Loose screws is what it's...
I mean,
what was that? That's a guitar. That's not even a skateboard. How is he riding? What?
This could go on for days, and I don't want to go too long because I know for the podcasters that's tough. But my goodness, some of the skills. There's no way that guy goes into any of those tricks and thinks to himself, I don't know if I'm going to make this. Right?
No, he expects it.
Send it! Send it!
Are we sending it? Send it!
Full send, man. You got to go into it. You got to go balls deep.
Always.
So what else do you have in the archives today for us? Because I know we've got a whole ton. There was one that I was looking for, but can you actually take it away here? Is there anything that you can tell the people where I can look for a second, because it's definitely not that one. I know we're gonna end on that. Let me take over here, Belly. What is your first mod that you're going to do on your one wheel? What's
Fender.
the first thing you're gonna do? Take it away.
For me, I mean, I'm very interested in this in the pint, in the sense of I can't wait for the community to really get their hands on this and see how they can make the board better, because I think that's what the community is best at. I'm of course excited for. I'm definitely going to get a Fender eventually. I definitely want. I'm sure, but that's the thing. Like, we don't really know how moddable this board is, right? When we know Future Motion isn't like the keenest on mods.
Well,
So
remember we started
do
today.
they make this board less the ability to mod it less? So
Yeah,
I'm very
no, it'll be
interested to
fine.
see.
No, we talked to Kari last show. It'll be moddable, and the people in this community are too smart.
they'll
They'll
find a
figure
way.
something out.
Exactly.
With the ability to injection mold and print stuff, I'm sorry, like there's no stopping you.
Yeah, I definitely fish bones is something I definitely would want to add to the board for some front concave. And anyone who's ridden a pint talks about its carvability, like the ability to kind of get those quick turns in. Like,
Does that interest
something
you?
Like the fish bones.
Well, what kind of rider do you think you're going to be? Are you going to be a carvy guy?
I feel like I'm going to be more like on the cruising, street, leisurely riding, like.
Because you're not a
going down,
snowboarder.
No.
Never a skateboarder.
No.
Never aboard anything.
No.
Interesting. I'm so curious to see like what you adopt. You know,
mine is just going to be. It's going to be my new feet. Is the best way to describe it. It's going to take me to places that I don't have to drive to anymore. Definitely want to do the. I definitely want to do the WOD Trail brewery tour for sure.
Oh,
that's
the trumpet
something
works.
Definitely. Hey.
We've got something from the archives that I do want to highlight. This is really neat.
Yes.
So from Aaron Pope, I'd like to give a shout out to Colin Dozier for being a star example of how a one-wheeler should represent our community. Colin was riding his one-wheel over a bridge on his way home. On the other side of the bridge, he saw a guy standing on the edge of the bridge, contemplated jumping. Colin rode to that side of the bridge and talked to the guy, who did not respond. The police saw them and stopped. When the guy closed his eyes, about to jump, Colin grabbed him, using his old high school wrestling skills to drag this guy back over the railing and back to safety. The police then took the guy to go get some mental help. And since then, the guy has then thanked Colin. He's staying clean and he's gave his life to Jesus. This is the type of stuff that our community should be doing, not being rude to each other in comments. With that being said, consider not commenting rude stuff and spread the love. Remember, not everyone can afford a one-wheel, so let's represent our community well. Much love. Share love, not hate.
Always a good message.
Pretty good right there. Pretty good from Aaron Pope. And shout out again to Colin Dozier. Dozier, if you will.
Dozier.
Colin Dozier. Well done. Very good job. And yeah, I mean, that must have been, we've got a lot of stories like that where it's like, you know, I mean, I remember, you never forget One Wheel Batman, Corey Bainey, who chased down a hit and run, bashed the guy's window in and then pinned him down with his knees until the cops got there. Then you got One Wheel Jesus, who people were posting about in groups recently who had no idea that he had just passed away. If you don't know who One Wheel Jesus is, he's a guy from Missouri, or he was in Missouri, and he was in the hospital for cancer, and he got caught riding all around town in his hospital gown, and he just couldn't help it. He got out of the hospital, rode around on his one wheel, and then he got coined the term One Wheel Jesus.
Good old Mark Lindsay.
Mark Lindsay, R.I.P. Absolutely.
I think it's Birmingham, Alabama.
Damn
is what it was.
Sorry, Mark.
But yeah. It's one of the big losses of the One Wheel.
Oh, that was a tough one. And then because people are like, people kept saying RIP, and then like the original poster was like, wait, what? Because the original poster said it was a picture of One Wheel Jesus, Mark Lindsay, and it said, I just need some backstory here because it's a guy in a hospital gown riding around on a one wheel. It was just full of stoke. Very, very cool. So I know I've got to get out of here soon. I don't want to leave the people. Where are we going to ride today, Belly? And we've got to give away $25 to somebody. So I will decide where we ride today while you pull up what's going on in there. If you could make that happen, that would be awesome. Where should we ride today? Should I pull them on the grass? I don't know. I don't like starting people out on the pavement. It's just me. But you know I'm a grass guy. I will say...
Oh, I think everyone knows you're a grass guy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Fine. But, you know, I put out a post the other day. If you want to check out our Instagram handle, Voice of One Wheel, I put out a post that said, what other board could do this? And it's just a no-brainer. If you're looking at buying a boosted board or a Leaf Tech or a Evolve or a One Wheel, a Segway, an electric unicycle. I mean, the electric unicycle is the only one that could possibly go in the amount of places that the One Wheel allows you to go. Like, where else? What other board is going to unlock so many lines that the One Wheel unlocks? You just don't get to go places. I'm sure you go faster. I know you go faster on a boosted board or an Evolve GT. I understand that. But wouldn't you I'm asking you, would you sacrifice 5 to 10 miles an hour and still be able to go 18 miles an hour or so comfortably, 15 to 18, if it meant that you could ride in just way more places? It opens up, like, imagine being a video game character who has to go through the video game with only the first gun from the first level. That would suck. Yeah, it's a pretty good gun. Maybe it shoots a little better than the gun in the second level, but the gun in the second level is what kills the guys in the second level. It allows you to go further. The One Wheel allows you to go so much further in the world. I'm rolling through grass that's 1.5 feet thick, dude. It's hitting me in the nutsack and I'm
check
fine.
yourself for ticks.
I'm telling you, man. I got home and I was like,
You gotta check yourself for ticks.
that's no good.
If you're riding in tall grass, you got to check yourself for bugs. So during your summer times, don't forget Lyme's disease is a terrible thing and you don't want it. So when you're out riding in grass, like our boy here, Mr. Lucio, you want to check yourself for ticks as you get home, okay? Definitely do that.
Tell us more about ticks and riding on one wheels, Belly.
Hey, if you're out in the wilderness, don't forget, there's bugs out there. You don't want Lyme's disease. It's not cool. You don't want it. So
No, you don't.
check yourself for ticks when riding in long grass.
Who is the winner of our contest? $25, PayPal or Venmo, straight to you.
And a shirt.
And a shirt from Swerve Clothing. I can't say it, man.
Swerve Clothing.
SwerveClothing.com. Kai Miller, thank you for donating. That is really awesome. Who's getting a t-shirt, Belly?
It's Pat.
Pat Tennis.
Full lounge. Projection screen.
And full stoke. I love that the feet are up. I mean, he's got us on the projector. Really good job. The chat is up. This is how I watch. Hashtag this is how I watch. If you want to get in on the fun, we will pick a new one every week and we will give you something. Like I said last week, it's the difference between either you might win a sticker. You can anything from a sticker or an electric unicycle. Today it was $25 PayPal or cash to Pat Dennis. Congratulations. All you got to do is head over to the Weekly One Wheel Challenge group and hashtag this is how I watch. This is how I listen. There's going to be a new challenge this week. Belly is going to help me film it today. That's where we're going as soon as you grab the balls.
So we're going to get lunch.
To get lunch and then head over to our film sesh. It's going to be fun. We got to say goodbye to the people, man.
That's right, folks. We're here again. We're getting out of here. But it's a beautiful freaking day here. So get out there, have some fun. And if you are in a rainy spot, like our boy Aaron Knowles telling me to get the hell out, do it for him. At least for those who can't ride today, get out there and ride for them. That's why I'm going out today. So get out there.
Belly Matt LaBelle, producer extraordinaire, co-host, master of Clyde. Thank you for your work today, sir. You have done a wonderful job. Always, it's your boy Luch hanging out with you guys. Thank you for spending another wonderful Tuesday with us. We've had a blast as always. Right here from TTR Studios. Hey, listen, if you want to hang out and do some more with us on Thursday, go head over to our patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC, and that's where you can find the patrons only podcast. It's only $5 you get all of our shows. You're in the running for the Leaf Tech that we're giving away on June 19th. So head over to www.patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. You get a t-shirt if you sign up for $10. Man, things are happening. We'll see you on the Patrons Only podcast on Thursday. We gotta get the fuck out of here, Billy.
Let's ride!
Woo!
You've just listened to another production from TTR Studios. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TTR Studios on YouTube. And if you feel like becoming part of what we do here or receiving bonus content and gear, jump on over to patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC and join TTR Nation. And for all of us here at TTR Studios, we'll see you in the social media lounge. Later, folks.